Mainit na balita.
The problem is the position of ombudsman is crucial. Si Sec Boying ay politiko. And so ang mga politiko, practical talk lang po, real talk lang po. Kadalasan mahilig sa pakiusapan. Why is this a possible, not a bar, no, but might weigh against Secretary Boying's approval, or he might not get the votes needed in the Judicial and Bar Council. Lumalabas na that si Secretary Boying Remulla ng Department of Justice ay very openly sinasabi na siya po ay gunning or nag-a-aspire siya for the position of ombudsman dahil magre-retire na po si Ombudsman Samuel Martires ng July 27 this year. So, yun. May issues lang tungkol dito. So, there are two issues that we can see with the Secretary of Justice aspiring. First of all, who is the Secretary of Justice? Jesus Crispin Remulla, before he became DOJ Secretary, was a politician or still is a politician, and in fact was heavily or deeply involved in local politics in his home province of Cavite. His family holds a lot of power locally, and many of the positions are held by immediate and extended family members. Why is this a possible, not a bar, no, but might weigh against Secretary Boying's approval, or he might not get the votes needed in the Judicial and Bar Council? Katulad po ng kapag nag-aspire ka for a position in the judiciary, ang nagre-recommend po is the Judicial and Bar Council. This is composed of several members. The Chief Justice representing the Supreme Court is the chairman of the council. The representatives, there's one representative from the House and Congress. They either share the term or hati sila ng vote. There's a representative from the IDP. I understand one from the law schools, from the law schools, and so on. So the Judicial and Bar Council will come up with a short list of at least 3 names, and these 3 names will be submitted to the President. And then it will be the President who will choose from those 3 names. It has happened before, particularly in the term of Noynoy Aquino, where a short list was returned to the Judicial and Bar Council because he didn't like any of the people who were there. So, ultimately, a second list was given and the President chose from that list. Hindi po nangyari yan in the term of Rodrigo Duterte. So, the problem is the position of ombudsman is crucial. Bakit? Ang ombudsman po, yan ang prosecutor sa mga kaso sa Sandigan Bayan. Ito din po ang nagdedetermine kung ano yung mga kaso na mapapile sa Sandigan Bayan. Sila po yung nag-filter at sila sa kanila dadaan. Ang finding of probable cause is determined by the ombudsman. Thank you kay Jonathan. Kasama din sa JBC, retired justices and private lawyers. I did mention private lawyers, pero yung retired justices, thank you very much. Did I forget anyone pa? Sabi ni Ian, the ombudsman is a constitutionally protected official with a fixed non-renewable 7-year term and can only be removed through impeachment. Pwede rin to serve an unexpired portion of the 7-year term. I understand that Ombudsman Martires did that because he was, ano ba nangyari? Nag-retire ba? Hindi, 7 years yung term niya. Okay? Now, why is it difficult? Is it going to be difficult for Secretary Boying to get the necessary votes? That's assuming that there are no outside pressures. There are no pressures other than the pure consideration as to who is going to be the best person to occupy the position. Si Sec Boying ay politiko. Ano ang trabaho ng politiko? They make well, not trabaho, but in the nature of their work, they compromise. They negotiate. Yan po ang trabaho ng politiko. You try to go for a win-win, but if not, you go for the solutions where everybody is happy, or you try anyway. So, politiko yan. And so, ang mga politiko, practical talk lang po, real talk lang po, kadalasan mahilig sa pakiusapan. At hindi naman po, hindi naman ito, surprise sa ating lahat. But the one thing that we know is that in the case of Ombudsman Martires, hindi siya ganun ka-controversial kasi yung mga decisions were based on law. Nakikita ninyo, kadalasan nasa base sa batas. Now, there may have been some that were controversial, pero hindi na talaga maiwasan yung ibang mga ganon. But in general, hindi masyado. And in fact, under Duterte, parang wala tayong masyadong nakikitang ganon. At any rate, this administration, however, has proven na maraming controversial na appointments as well as yung mga pagtatanggal na controversial. But tingnan natin yung mga controversial ones. For example, pasintabi na lang kay Secretary J. Ruiz, who appears to have had business dealings with government agencies which were still existent at the time of his appointment. Okay, what else? In this administration, a lot of people were appointed primarily because they were they're friends. They are within the comfort zone of the president, and in many cases, talent or the capacity to do good work didn't really factor into it. Maraming nagsasabi na isang example nito, of course, is the DOT secretary. So napaka-importante po ng posisyon ng ombudsman because ito ang nagbabantay and sila din po ang nagde-decide ng mga kasong administratiba against government officials. Hindi magandang makita na isang politiko na nakasanayan ng pakiusapan, sanay sa mga sanay sa mga ganon, horse trading. So, ito yung parang moral dilemma. Ewan ko kung magkaka-moral dilemma ang presidente natin, pero this must be considered by the president. Hindi natin, kumbaga nakikita natin na isa sa nire-relyan na sinasandalan ng presidente and whoever is behind him, puppeting or pulling the strings of the other officials, particularly officials related to law. Okay? Nakikita natin na sinasandalan talaga si Sec Boying. And so, kung gusto niya ng ombudsman, or kung ang presidente ay gusto niya, nakokontrol niya kung sino man yung magiging ombudsman, then makikita natin na politically talagang ahead si Secretary Boying. But there are things going against him aside from the fact na politiko siya. Naalala nyo, nag-file ng kaso or ni-refer ni Senator Amy Marcos yung mga kaso pertaining dun sa pagkuha kay PRD at illegal na pag-transport sa kanya sa Hague. So, naalala nyo yon? Kasama po si Secretary Boying Remulla dyan. Kasama siya doon sa isang kinasuhan, bunga ng pinadalang rekomendasyon ng Senate Committee on Foreign Relations. So, yung mga included doon sa reklamo, General Torre, and I understand Secretary the other Remulla, and other officials, including the Secretary of Justice, and particularly the Secretary of Justice, as well as one, ano ba yun, ambassador, may existent case sila sa ombudsman. What does this mean? Kapag kasi ikaw ay appoint to a position that is akin to a judicial position, like the ombudsman, mga ganyan, or justice of the Court of Appeals or justice of the Supreme Court, or even judge, kailangan may clearance ka from the office of the ombudsman. So, sa ngayon, may kaso si Sec Boying. Ito yung nakakakaba. Ano kaya ang mangyayari kapag hindi siya ma-clear? Sabi ni Pamicel, tagal na po ng usad case about dyan. What do you mean? Yung kaso sa ombudsman, actually ang bilis. Nagagalit nga yung mga kongresista kasi ang bilis nila gumalaw. From the moment na pumasok yon, yung complaint, nagpasagot na kaagad si Ombudsman Martires doon sa mga respondents o yung mga taong nirereklamo. Okay? So bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag po natin kakalimutan like, share, follow, and subscribe. Ulitin ko po bago tayo magpatuloy, like, share, follow, and subscribe. Para dito sa mga nasa TikTok, huwag po kakalimutan, mayroon po tayong mga gift goals. Usually, kapag na-comply yung gift goals, either nag-i-extend tayo just for TikTok or magkakaraoke nights, depending kung ano yung gusto ng mga maiiwan at that time. Okay? So, babalikan natin. So, hindi ko, who are the current members of the JBC, baka mga tao daw ni Araneta Marcos ang ibang members. Well, the Supreme Court, the chairman is the Supreme Court Chief Justice, who is Alex Sismundo, Chief Justice Alex Sismundo. So yun po, hindi po tao nila yon. Alam mo, DPDA, kung inagahan mo lang yung pagdating mo, kaka-explain ko lang po. Yung sinabi yung pong sinampa ni Amy, ano nang balita? Sa daming question mark, galit na galit, angry yung tanong. So, sir, i-assume ko muna na sir kasi hindi ko nakikita yung gender nyo. Kaka-explain ko lang. Di ba right away, ang ombudsman ay nagpadala ng notice doon sa mga respondents para sumagot doon sa reklamo. At matapos niyan ay gagawan ng resolution, which means that there is a possibility pa nga na ito ay ma-file sa Sandigan Bayan. So, tanong lang, ba't po kayo galit? Gusto ko malaman kasi parang sinasabi ninyo hindi gumagalaw si ombudsman. Samantalang nagreklamo pa nga si Secretary Boying na bakit daw sila pina-explain. So, sana maliwanagan ako. Okay. Tingnan natin kung sino ang current members. Wala kang nakalagay. Sandali. Grabe naman ang website nila. Wala talagang nakalagay. Brief overview, history, public justices. Wala. Hindi yata nakikita. The Secretary of Justice is a member. So, isa pa pala yun, di ba? Currently, he is a member of the Judicial and Bar Council. Sabi ni Fred, Hindi kaya dapat po amyendahan na yung batas sa pag-appoint ng DOJ secretary, dapat abogado at isama sa national elections? Ay, hindi po. Hindi talaga pwede yan. Kasi that's the official family. These are the alter egos of the president. The Constitution really states na presidential appointments yung mga yan. Kasi these are the people na tinatalaga ng Pangulo to do particular tasking. It is the President's sole prerogative talaga na mag-appoint ng kanyang gabinete. Cabinet po yan. So, please, ang napansin ko, some people still get confused and they think that the DOJ is part of the court. It's not part of the court, ha? Ang court, yung judiciary, yan yung mga judges and justices. Pero pagka DOJ, that is part of the executive, sila po ang mga prosecutors. With the exception of the Sandigan Bayan side. So doon sa Ombudsman Sandigan Bayan side, ito ay solely for government officials within a certain salary grade. At ang prosecutors doon sa Sandigan Bayan is comes from the ombudsman. So yung ombudsman, similar yung trabaho to that of the DOJ. But meron silang prosecutorial functions. Pero hindi po talaga pwedeng maging nationally elected ang mga position na ito because under the presidential system, these people are tasked to do what the president needs to do for specific departments. So, Department of Justice, Department of Agriculture, and so on. Sabi ni This is the obvious bakit gusto ni Remulla ang sa ombudsman. Sigurado tambakan nila ng kaso ang mga Duterte. Yes po. Dumadaan ba sa CA ang appointment ng ombudsman? Ay, not sure. I don't think so. Check natin, ha? No. Hindi talaga dumadaan. Sabi ni Jonathan, dapat at least former justice or judge ang ombudsman post. Well, maraming dapat, pero that falls within the discretion nga of the president. Sabi ni Case, maybe hindi siya aware sa mga tinatype ni DPDA, kaya maraming question mark. Posible, pwede rin naman. Baka naman nakalabit lang niya. Hindi ko naman siya binan. Hi, Ma'am Marie. Sabi ni Ray, pag si Remulla ang nasa OMB, delikado ang bayan natin. We need strong evidence sa mga cases and pressure when, not if, he becomes OMB. God intervenes in many ways. So, ang dapat binabantayan ay yung kaso nga nila, yung existing case nila with the ombudsman. Makabiglang magically mawala, di ba? Ian says the ombudsman and his deputies shall be appointed by the president from a list. Kakakwento ko lang, at least 6 nominees daw from the Judicial and Bar Council. Sabi ni Kamarang Magnanakaw, na-miss ko ang live mo, medyo busy sa buhay-buhay. Pa-shoutout po sa SOJ natin na kulang ng brain cells. Hindi naman yata. Okay, correction daw, sabi ni Ian, from at least 6 nominees. Ang problema, parang kukunti ang nag-a-apply. Sabi ni Sharon, how can Remulla be considered? Conflict of interest na naman. Exactly. In fact, currently, he is a member of the Judicial and Bar Council. Sabi ni Liam, okay na yan, so Jesus becomes impeachable. Ngek! Ano sa tingin mo, mas madali ang impeachment kesa yung ipatanggal lang with public pressure on the president? So, para dun sa mga bago dito sa ating live, sa mga you'll have to understand, we're more, we're more proactive. Hindi kami yung type na, it's never gonna happen, we're never gonna make it. Di kami nagninega dito. As long as may hope, what is the point ba in being nega? What is the point in saying, wala na yan, siya na yung mag-ano. Parang ganon. I don't know. Parang it messes with the energy, I guess.